Hello, today is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Bloomberg, Bangladesh is poised to reshape its energy future as its first nuclear power plant prepares to connect to the national grid. Bangladesh began constructing the Rupur nuclear power plant, its first foray into atomic energy, back in 2013 to diversify its sources and reduce dependency on imported fossil fuels. The plant sits on the banks of the Padma River in the Ishwari Upazila of Padma district, marking a cornerstone of Bangladesh Vision 2041, which seeks energy independence and sustainability. On July 14, Bangladesh's Ministry of Science and Technology confirmed that Rupur's Unit 1 will go online by August 2026, boosting the grid with an additional 1,200 megawatts. A senior Rosatom official verified that construction remains on schedule, despite heavy rain causing some delays. In the near term, Rupur's operations will reduce Bangladesh's reliance on LNG and coal imports, strengthening energy security. Over time, switching part of the energy mix to nuclear is expected to cut greenhouse gas emissions. Regionally, neighbors like India and Myanmar may ramp up their own low-carbon energy plans, and Bangladesh's reinforced domestic power supply could bolster industrial stability and economic resilience. Next, onto the auto industry. German carmakers are facing historic sales declines in China and growing competition from Chinese automakers in Europe, according to Fortune. Traditionally dominant brands such as Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz have relied on strong sales in China, the world's largest car market, while Chinese automakers like BYD are expanding aggressively both domestically and in Europe. Economic slowdowns and a property downturn in China have hampered demand, hurting foreign carmakers. Meanwhile, the European Union is increasingly concerned about affordable, high-tech Chinese vehicles entering the market. In the second quarter, German carmakers' sales in China fell by at least 30%, with Volkswagen dropping 36.6%, driving global sales down 8.6%. Over April to June, company data show sales for Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Porsche plummeted between 30% and 41%. BMW responded to its 30% plunge by cutting its 2026 outlook and warning of eroding profitability among European automakers. Short term, this could mean cost-cutting and reductions in model lineups. If these trends persist, factory closures and deeper job cuts may follow in Germany, while increased competition in both China and Europe becomes more likely. The expansion of Chinese carmakers in Europe may alter the automotive competitive balance and trigger trade responses, especially as price competition from Chinese electric vehicles accelerates the shift toward EV adoption and threatens European brands' profitability. Now, onto developments in biotech investment. Venture investment in biotech is experiencing renewed growth, with the post-pandemic evolution highlighted by Yosemite's expansion, as reported by TechCrunch. While the biotech sector saw a surge in investment during the pandemic, it has moderated since 2022 due to macroeconomic trends. Yosemite, which surfaced as a notable investor in the aftermath, focuses on precision medicine and early-stage platform companies. The broader sector had a major influx of capital in 2020-2021, though rising interest rates have since tempered funding growth. Yosemite, led by CEO Alex Johnson, announced a $35 million investment in BioCatalyst Therapeutics on July 14, 2026, while overall venture funding in biotech rose 10% quarter-over-quarter to $1.2 billion in Q2 2026. Other major players include Moderna, Sequoia Capital, and Flagship Pioneering, with NIH and FDA streamlining regulatory pathways for key innovations. In the near term, Yosemite's heightened activity is expected to accelerate breakthroughs in rare disease therapeutics. Continued funding could set the stage for improved IPO conditions for biotech startups by early 2027. Medium-term, sector consolidation may increase as larger firms seek to acquire smaller companies, further shaping the post-pandemic biotech landscape. Now, onto the markets. International markets saw mostly modest gains, with Spain up by 1.6%, led by EWP, while Italy advanced by 1.3%, driven by EWI. Germany showed mixed moves as EWG rose slightly and EWD climbed 0.7%. France's EWQ ticked higher by 0.5%. The United Kingdom was nearly unchanged, with EWU drifting lower by 0.1%. Among other regions, Chile's ECH posted a firm 1.6% daily gain, the Netherlands' EWN added 0.6%, and Japan's EWJ rallied 1.3%. Commodities saw strength, with silver surging 1.9%, platinum up nearly 1.8%, and U.S. oil gaining just over 2%, while gold finished up 1.4% as GLD led the sector. Agricultural products lagged, as corn and DBA both slipped just over 0.3%, but wheat rose 1%. In U.S. sectors, the S&P 500 advanced 0.4% and semiconductors rebounded 2.6% with stocks outperforming. Finance edged up 0.2% as XLF was stable, and healthcare slipped 1.9% led by Roman 45 weakness. Real estate pulled back by 0.5% and clean energy climbed 2.5%. Favorites were mixed. AMD outperformed, rising 2.6%, while Microsoft MSFT declined 1.5%. Nvidia and VDA rallied over 4% and Intel Inc. climbed nearly 4.5% as MU surged 4.9%. Oracle slid over 2.7%. Among notable single stock movers, NextCure and XTC jumped 158% and America's Car-Mart CRMT soared 44%, while Cohen and Steers Quality Income Realty Fund Rights Arcur fell sharply by 89%. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.